you have an ugly door like this? Me too! Do you want to replace it with a new door like this? Me too! Have you ever done it before? Neither have I. Stick around and let's learn to do it together. So I thought it would be easier to bring it into the shop and put the old one and the new one together, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. But you can see how rough shape that is. Yeah, it's time for a new one. What's really cool is here where I live, there's a shop called Gray's Bargain Yard, and a young gentleman by the name of Dakota, I told him I would give a shout out. He was really helpful in helping me pick out 3 doors. I needed 3 doors that were the same, but I have 2 different sizes. I have 2 doors that are 32 inches, and I have 1 door, I believe that is 34 inches. So if you don't know of a place, look in your area and see if there's these bargain yards, because they buy out old doors from factories that might only have a few left. $20 a piece. Not for this one, for the new one, $20 a piece. Great deal. And even if you you could find some of them had little damages that you could touch up with just a little Bondo or something. They were marked down to $18, some $16. Really good prices. So check out your local bargain yards if you have one. Come up with some good deals. So I'm going to show you something that I haven't seen in any other videos, and this might help you a little bit here. There is a top and a bottom. You can find it here. There it is. It even says top right there. So you know this is the top. Now this is a hollow core door, and so what that means is there is a solid frame that goes around it, and sometimes they'll put it all the way through the middle here. And then everything else, there's nothing in between, or it's insulation or something, foam, something light. But you have a top because you have a small piece of wood here, and then there's a bottom which is a larger one, because that gives you the option to cut it so you can fit your door in an opening if it's smaller than this door here. And there's also a hinge side and a doorknob side. The doorknob side is going to have more meat in it, and what I find is if you squeeze it, you can kind of feel like there's more. You can feel right here, that's where the hollow core starts. You can feel the wood there, and over here the solid goes all the way into here. So I'm going to mark out hinge side here, handle side here, top right here. So my idea is to lay this new door on top of the old door. And I'm going to be able to mark out where the hinges are and where the hole is. I have a jig, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. Now that I have it lined up, I'm going to clamp it together. As you can see, my old door is shorter. So I'm going to take a circular saw, cut about an inch off the bottom. After I've clamped it, I'm going to mark it. You can see here, I'll be able to mark where the latch goes, scribe, and line up exactly where the door hinges are. So I've measured the thickness of the new door, and it's the same thickness as the old door. These, I believe, are oversized hinges because they had a dado that started from edge and went over to edge, and then you could see they painted that. I'm going to use these, so I'm not spending any more money. And they're heavy duty, and there's only 2 hinges per door instead of 3. You might have 3, and you can do this same process. You just have a third one in the middle. First, start off by cutting it down to size. I don't need a straight edge. Bevel side in, flat side out. Line it up on the line. Now we want to go down the depth of our hinge. How'd you do with a chisel and hammer? I sucked at it. I have a router. I'm going to use that. Let's see how that goes. I've got 2 center blocks, kind of holding it upright. I've taken my marks and I brought them down a little so I can see with my router. See if this works. I've set the depth of my flush bit to the thickness of my hinge. Alright. Not horrible, but I think it's a little loosey-goosey. I think next time I'll put some stop blocks, make a better guide. Pulled the door nail out. Now I'm just going to hook up using the same holes the other side of the hinge. And then we'll see if it lines up. I will be amazed if it works. So I checked. There's a 2 3/8 and 2 3/4 setting here. And it was set to 2 3/8, and that's correct. So I'm going to spread this right on here. And I'm going to line it up with those 2 marks that I made earlier where the hinges are. Looks about right. And then I'm going to lock it in place. And this is where the screws are going to go when I put in the latch. And now the kit comes with a hole saw. Put it in my drill. And I just follow the guide. You want to go until the pilot hole pops out the other side, and then switch it back so you don't have any tear out. There you go. Now, switch it to this hole saw. There you go. There it is. I think there's a few adjustments that I need to do. It's got a little before it closes, but it does close and it does open fairly easy. So I have 2 more to do. I learned a little something from this, and I hope you did too. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. I'm Gary, the Bearded Woodworker. I'm out.